Life is busy and life is complicated. And in the middle of our hectic days, sometimes we just need a brief thought, or a quick reminder, or the proverbial shot in the arm to keep us on track. Sometimes what we need is just a bit of wisdom, or a fresh idea, or a touch of inspiration to keep us going. Sometimes we just need a little something in our day. This collection of Life Talks podcast shorts are written and produced to provide the listener a quick thought or an uplifting idea in a convenient 5 to 6 minute time frame. These are produced for the busy individual who needs a lift in their day, but who's pressed for time. It is our hope that these podcast shorts will make your day a bit brighter and a bit richer. Do we search for the truth, or do we search for ways around the truth? Do we even take the time to consider a question like that out of the long-held assumption that we are, in fact, looking for the truth because we assume that that's the obvious thing to do? What insanity would behoove us to do anything less? But do we search for the truth? Or do we search for ways around the truth? Maybe we should consider the fact that there are a whole lot of reasons why we might actually stoop to something less. Truth be told, the truth may not be what we want it to be. It may not support our agendas or our desires. In fact, it might actually render those things as erroneous and altogether ill-fated. The truth may not support all of the things that we passionately wish to believe or have talked ourselves into believing. Or truth may dare to go so far as to actually call the entirety of those beliefs into question and call us out for believing in them in the first place. Do we search for the truth even when it takes the foundations that we've laboriously built with the sweat of our brow and the best of our years? And does truth handily expose those foundations as weak, entirely misappropriated, and as nothing more than sand piled in every place except the right place? Will we search for truth even when it looks us square in the face and tells us this kind of stuff? Will we search for it knowing that there is a very distinct possibility that it will tell us everything that we don't want to hear in every way that we don't want to hear it? Will we search for truth even then? I don't know that we do. In fact, what we seem to search for are the ways to circumvent truth. Our search does not seem to be for the truth, but rather it seems to be far more vested in ways to get around the truth. We would not even begin to label our actions as such because such actions would immediately call the whole of our character into question. But what we label something does not make it what we've labeled it. Our search seems to be one of committed avoidance. It is one of intentional evasion, of manufactured detours, of clever deviations that are so slick that we don't even realize that we deviated. It's not that we run from the truth as much as we diligently work to create pathways around it that, in the end, never get us around anything. I wonder if that's really more of what we do. And as such, these evasive endeavors are quite naturally filled with such familiar things as slippery denials, evasive rationalizations, ambiguous justifications, relentless blame-placing, rogue fear-mongering, the incessant spinning of events, the bogus editing of facts, and the mind-boggling contortions where we take reality and make it something other than reality. But likely the most dangerous of these is the self-endowed liberty that we have granted ourselves to make truth whatever we wish to make it. Therefore, it's not about avoidance, because conveniently, that's no longer necessary. Rather, it's about creating, which is avoidance of the most calculated but ill-fated sort. It's about making truth whatever we want it to be. It's about making it fit whatever agenda or belief system or value system or platform or whatever it is that we want it to fit. If truth will not grant us that which we wish, we will simply edit it until it does. But in the end, it is no longer truth. And truth be told, we will eventually find that out, and will probably find it out the hard way. Truth. Do we search for it, or do we do something else with it? You might ask yourself in a truthful kind of way what you're doing with it. Thanks for being with us today. It's our hope that this podcast short gave you something not only to enrich your day, but touch your life. Here at Life Talk, we also produce a collection of regular length podcasts that address timely, relevant, and deep-seated issues in our lives, our communities, and our world. You can also discover an array of additional resources on our website at www.craiglpc.com.